welcome back. It's Maria or Mosh, whichever one you guys prefer. Unfortunately, I do have some bad news. I am COVID positive right now, so there's that. So I am quarantined for the next 2 weeks too, and nothing much really changed since then, other than I did talk to Pete Higgs again. So you notice my stuffiness and stuff. So hey, if you have any questions, by the way, I'd feel free to ask. I'm totally an open book about anything that I'm going through right now. Anyways, I did discuss some things with Pete today, and I really actually enjoyed our conversation. So I actually wrote down a few things that I wanted to go over. I mean, it was an hour conversation, so I mean, it was a lot of laughter, and I really enjoyed it. But there's a few things that I wanted to touch base on that I thought were really interesting. So Pete, he's the one that thought of Runabout Twos over in Jefferson City. Just in case you guys don't remember, I did use their Instagram title on the last video that I posted. I'll do it on this one too, just in case, so you guys find it okay. But he worked with Lost Sheet Ministries and Maxine Rains, who I guess actually started the Ministries with just I guess a bag of bread and some bologna. So I thought that was really funny. He worked with her for 7 years. And I actually put this down to talk about, it's hilarious. He said that he would sneak people into his car, seriously, get in, and would get people into his car just to take him home, over the winter to keep him warm. I mean, he's a really great guy, and it's who I aspire to be like. I want to do a lot of good, and I want to bring a lot more people to the cause, because I think that helping a few souls is always great, but the more that you can touch, the better, as long as it's quality. So he ended up sneaking a bunch of people, and I got a good giggle out of that one. Also, something that I didn't know about him, he was a hairstylist. He was a hairstylist before this, so you never know what you're going to come from. So this is actually a cool tip for anybody that's listening in that doesn't know whether this is the right path for them, or whether they're into starting a nonprofit. You can come from anywhere. He was a hairstylist, didn't think about doing anything like this. And for me, I'm in biochemistry. I'm I work in a laboratory, you know. Who knows what you're going to get into and where your passions lie until you kind of accept it and embrace it. So don't be scared otherwise. Don't be scared of what your calling is. So the other thing he wanted to mention is a lot of the guys that he works with, they're ex-convicts, and they actually didn't know what a proper diet looked like. So that's actually something that I need to consider whenever I'm going out to different communities and selling produce, because a lot of places and a lot of people don't know how to use the produce to make their own food. So it's definitely something to think about whenever thinking about the food truck that I was talking about. You know, maybe we need to incorporate some already made foods in there that are kind of tasty. And I remember seeing one video where a guy made sweet potato pie, and that may be something that we need to do, incorporate some fresh made food, or maybe recipes that come with the food, you know, quick and easy ones that can be made with other household items, maybe Bisquick or whatever, you know. So that's just a random thought that came through my mind whenever talking to Pete. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, which you know, I kind of remember this going on back in the day, but the 10-year plan to end homelessness. So I kind of know that there's been things, I actually need to do a little bit of research, but I know my roommate just said hi. But we I kind of understand that it had to go down, because I mean it just wasn't keeping up with the demands that they needed. So their goal was to have 800 units in 10 years, which they're short of that. And it kind of went down. I kind of want to see what happened with that, and maybe reach out after this COVID thing's over and stuff, reach out to them and see what's been going on. The housing first philosophy. because I actually do think that's very important, because I think one of the reasons why a lot of people go back to their cycle is because they don't have the stability to stay in like a good path. And I genuinely think no matter what you give people, they're gonna fall apart and go back to their old path. But at the end of the day, that they do want like stability and want a stable employment, but it's gonna be a battle. It's not gonna be just like get one person and they're stuck in this like good loop. No, they're gonna come out, they're gonna come back, and that's how it's gonna like go for the first bit. And I think after a few successes, that's all it takes for other people to witness it and see it and want to like get that for themselves. So like the article that I read recently, just today actually before this video, was Michael Dunthorne. I guess he's the city's programmed coordinator for the Office of Homelessness. Before, I guess we had steps that were taken before you would get permanent housing. So those steps failed, and why they failed is because people fail and end up at square one. It's true. I mean, no matter how you look at it, people are gonna fail and they're gonna screw up and they're gonna end up at square one, and that never is good for anyone, because what kind of self-esteem like builder is that too, that you failed so many times that people don't have a home, you know, yet you don't have a home and it's because of your choices. That doesn't help with your self-esteem, and naturally the cycle will continue because you can't build that self-esteem. So I do think self-esteem is a huge encouragement for people that don't have it right now. So if they're feeling capable, I think that that's going to be the first step to building. And if I start this organization, when I start this organization, I want to make sure that everyone has the capacity and the ability to actually, you know, do things themselves, to have independence, to like actually be able to be a leader, not just somebody that gets free handouts. I want to build leaders, and that's what I want to do in this organization. Sorry, I'm kind of chilly now. Whew, it's starting to hit. I have a little heater over here, but it's not doing too hot right now. No pun intended. Okay, so it's also kind of crazy, like, so the fast growth that I've been seeing just over here, I just wanted to touch on that. Like, okay, this is insane for me because I've never done social media. This is completely crazy. My own personal Instagram account has only 214 followers, 215, something like that, and that's just like my close friends and stuff. And I don't really, you know, I never really fed into social media until this, because I really believe in this cause. But it's just like I've been getting so many people messaging me, and so many people like showing interest, like local charities actually trying to help out and give me some perspective of what I need, and I absolutely love it. Thank you everyone that's been helping me out and talking to me about this, because I mean, it's a great help. Like, it's a great resource. So whenever I started this, I had nobody helping me, and I had to think of everything myself, and it was very difficult. So I do want to go ahead and thank you guys that are partaking and helping me out right now, because that is enormous help for me. And I already have like 185 followers on here versus like in a few days, which is insane growth for me. Because I mean, honestly, like even the people that I've been following, and guys, if you guys see me, say hey, because like honestly, whenever I chose everyone that I'm following, it's not like I just like end up pressing random people. I actually looked for certain like people that like have qualities that would help me understand the community and who is actually interested in this kind of stuff. It wasn't as simple as just like picking a list and like selecting everyone on it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is some books that Pete advised, and I kind of wanted to get you guys feedback. I'll probably make another post tomorrow asking for people's feedback on these books, but he brought up 3 books. So the first one is Toxic Charity by Robert Lupton, which I've already started actually. It seems really good, and like honestly, it does make me feel a little bit better about my model, because that's exactly what I want to like help with, is not just like give people resources or things to do, but just growth potentials, of something that will get you out and independent and helping yourself. It's not because I don't want to help you, it's because I think that's the only way to get long-term progress. So I am very excited about that book right now. I have all this time at home, I might as well be reading, you know. So the other book that he mentioned is The Good Food Revolution by Will Allen. So I haven't started that, haven't ordered it yet, but if you guys have any feedback about the book, feel free to leave it in the comments or just message me. I'm super excited to find out more about it, because he's like, you just have to promise me, you have to be, he was just like, you have to promise me you will not quit your job after reading this book. So it's gotta be pretty good if it's gonna encourage somebody to quit their job, you know. So I'm pretty excited about that one. The other one that he brought up was Snake Oil, The Art of Healing and Truth-Telling by Becca Stevens. So he said that I remind him a lot of Becca Stevens. I don't know anything about Becca, but it does encourage me, because I guess her story is very similar to mine. So I look forward to actually looking into her more today and tonight, and I may actually make a video about it tomorrow or something. From what I've learned, because I'm kind of excited to hear her story, and it's motivational, because that's one other thing that I wanted these like little videos to do, is to really help motivate others that might be in the same position or maybe thinking the same thing as me. Anyhow, I know that I've already been talking for like 11 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go and enjoy your week. And tomorrow's Friday. If you guys see it tomorrow, which is Friday, then you guys are 1 week from Christmas. So anyways, Merry Christmas everyone, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Okay, bye.